Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Friday. We got a little bit to catch up on. Yeah, it doesn't look like Cycle Ranch in the background. I'm not in Cycle Ranch right now, but I might not be there physically, but I've been there absolutely, absolutely in spirit. So, um, been doing a lot of stuff, making sure we get set up for 2024, making it happen, making it good. Really been grinding hard since I've been here, and it's actually been really nice because I haven't been able to be in the weeds as much at Cycle Ranch, so it allows me to give a little more holistic planning type approach for the whole entire year. So I'm going to just kind of break down just what's happening at Cycle Ranch right now because we are still getting a lot of calls, people concerned about the weather. My last update is that if it gets anything, it won't be enough to stop at least the intermediate training. The kids are out there; they're having a great time. There's a lot of people doing the training this week that started on Thursday into today, and then on Saturday they'll still be there. But there's open practice still every day. So if you want to come out and open practice. We're open, prepped, set to go. Christmas Day, however, so I'm going to just kind of jump into it because I have a little agenda of things I want to talk to you about. And if you want me to talk about anyone specifically, just drop in the comments. So if you want to talk more about the intermediate training, let me know. Christmas Day, we will be allowing people to ride, but we have very limited staffing, right? So what we're asking you to do is book that stuff online. So book online if you are going to come on Christmas, right? So make sure you get that to happen. Then next week, back open practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We have another training coming in, totally different theme. It's the fall break training. We have Christoph from Little Speedsters and his crew coming in, and they have rental bikes. They have everything you need: helmet, gloves, goggles, boots. If your little one just got a dirt bike, before you get them on the track, come do part of this with Little Speedsters, and you can even do it with them. We have lots of fathers doing it with their sons, and maybe even a couple mothers doing it with their daughters. So I'm excited about that fall break training. So make sure you check that out. That's happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay. So if you have questions, again, drop them in the comments and I'll give you more of a breakdown. And we'll have open practice those days as well. We have people coming from out of town, camping with us, that will be staying with us for the winter break. You are welcome to do the same. Brandon Kalberg is also coming down, and he works with beginners as well, but he also works with a lot of the advanced riders. So he's a pro rider himself. He's got some great technique, great tools. I actually spent about an hour and a half with him myself and had an amazing experience. Taught me a few things that were allowing me to not only pick up time, but save so much energy, and have more confidence in my bike. So definitely worth reaching out to him. He's also going to be part of that fall break training. So come out for that, no matter what level you are. We got you set up. And then he also has some private stuff going on at Cycle Ranch during the week. On the weekend, on Saturday, guys, I'm really excited about this event. This is going to be a lot of fun. Joyride Jam. So what we did, we had so many people want to do something for New Year's, right? But New Year's is falling on a Sunday this year. And a lot of people last year wanted to do something on New Year's, but there was other races going on and stuff like that. So the other races happened. This year, we're doing it. We're having race ready format. The first round of race ready is going to happen on New Year's Eve. Well, the day before New Year's Eve, which is awesome because now you can race into the New Year's Eve instead of into the new year, but then have New Year's Eve to go do whatever you want to do and kind of recoup from the weekend or whatever, or stay riding. But we're going to have race ready format. We have a berm blasting competition. We have a whip competition, and we have a wheelie competition. We are giving out prizes. It's going to be fun. It's bringing the fun back into the motocross. If you aren't like the super serious rider, right? So this event is not right for you if you were just doing like, I want to just train for Loretta's. That's all I want to do. The hardest, most difficult things until I get fast enough for Loretta's. This event's not for you. I mean, it could be for you, but it might not be for you. Like event like Winter Series with Freestone, that has like the ultra competitive racing and so forth. Now, if you want to come and just have a good time, just end the year just having a good time, racing, dropping some gates, then this event is for you. Like it's gonna be family friendly, first time rider friendly, vet rider coming back to racing friendly, first time racing friendly, for kids as well. And kind of we take our time throughout the day. So if we need to make adjustments or make accommodations or spend time educating people and helping them to perform better on the track and be able to see what the process is in racing, like we have more time to do it. So that's kind of the thing, is we broke the structure down so it's fewer race classes. And we're going to do something super special. I got to announce it right here too. If you buy a ride pass on Saturday, the 30th, I think it's the 30th, right? Yes, 30th. Then you automatically are getting a race entry. So it's included with your practice pass. So if you want to come ride all day Saturday on the main track, you put your $45 down, guess what? Stay and race with us, because we're going to include one race entry. So spread that, please spread that to everybody. We're going to include one race entry with your practice pass for this event only, right? So kind of a unique thing we're doing, but the practice day is a little bit shorter, and we wanted to give you guys more instead of giving you less, right? So because the race starts at I think 2:00 is the first practice, maybe 3. You can look at the schedule. I posted all that stuff. So that's what's happening. And then also for the winner of the champions of each class for this series, we will find the next closest class in the Tex-Mex race, and you're going to get a race entry for that. We got a lot of unique prizes for champions. I will get more documents out there about it, but here's the first time I'm getting to put some of this stuff out there, things we've been talking about behind the scenes. So if you come race Joyride Jam, or if you come practice that same day, that Saturday, you get a free race entry for Joyride Jam's Race Ready event. All right. So you got no excuse. Now you got to come practice and you can race, right? You might as well just do the race, maybe even do a second class. But wanted to give that as an end of the year kind of bonus, fun way to keep that spirit of fun growing and playfulness. So, and then for the champions, you guys will get a race entry to the Tex-Mex race, all first place racers through the championship. And this is now a 5-round series. This is a 5-round series, 3 of them at Cycle Ranch. We got Creekside and Hidden Oak as 2 other tracks. Creekside did it last year. It was a great success. Hidden Oak, it will be their first race ever. So you'll be able to see that track. So Courtney Trevino, yes, it's just as good for a crowd to watch. I seen your question here. If you want to just come out and watch, like, you're going to see kids, you're going to see adults, you're going to see grown men, you're going to see teenagers, you're going to see girls all racing dirt bikes, right? All at different levels, all different speeds, different size bikes. It's really exciting. If you have kids, they love it. Bring out their bicycles. We have a BMX track they can play on, a pavilion you can hang out in, kind of nature-y. So it's actually just a lot of fun. So yes, you can just come out to watch, come out with a crowd. We have a cafe on site that will be open most of the day and into the evening. So we got food and all that stuff. And we're gonna have some drones gonna be coming out. So that's what JJ is telling me right here. So that's awesome. We'll have JJ out on drones. So we'll have some live footage. We're gonna be doing, again, whip competition, wheelie competition, berm blasting, which could mean a lot of things. So we'll figure out, it's going to be the crowd wins, or crowd judges the winner. So we'll figure out what the crowd loves the most as you rail those berms. So that's going to be Joyride Jam on New Year's Eve. And then it goes into the series. We'll have another race at the 28th. Then we'll have one at Creekside on the 4th. And actually the 27th for us in January, Creekside the 4th, Hidden Oak on the 3rd of March, and we'll be back to Cycle Ranch March 9th in the spring there. So we'll be laying up this first 3 months. It's all about having fun. It's having fun on your dirt bike. Let's not take this too seriously. There's a little bit of awards and stuff on the line, right? There is that sense of competition, but it's not about that. It's like, let me just go out and have fun like I do when I ride my dirt bike, but get in a group of people that some are going to be better, some are going to be slower, and it's going to actually, show me where I'm at and kind of push me to be in the next level as long as I'm comfortable. So that's going to be the theme of getting some racing going. And I'm sure there's going to be a few people out there. We have some fast classes for those people that want to just hammer on, and they're all about the competition. We do have some fast classes, but for the most part, just come and have fun. Just come and have fun. Don't make a big deal about the finish. Like, just come, do you, be in your zone, know where you're at, and from that place, then you get to grow. So over the series, you'll get to progress. So that's kind of what it rolls into for the first quarter of the year. We do have an EMX event in February. I think it's the 24th and 25th. It's main event series and their EMX event. We are the series opener. It should be awesome. They'll be back in May. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. So let me also talk to you about all of 24 as a whole and kind of what I've been doing as I've been here and not on site at the track, because a lot of times I can do live feeds with you guys there, and I get to weave in what we did physically at the track with what we did behind the scenes. So I got a little break, kind of, but I'm still working. I'm still working for Cycle Ranch. I love the place. I love what it's become. I love the people that come there, and I want to continue to make progress, even more progress than we have before. So, what I'm going to just do is I'm going to share my screen with you. So bear with me. Okay. So I'm just going to break down some of the things. So now I think you guys can see my screen on the side there. So some of the things that I've been doing this week, created some reels. I got more reels than was posted here. I got 380 videos that I took over the USA Championships weekend. This I have not gotten to, like, just little pieces, but I haven't gotten to really spend the time I would like to highlight what's happened. There is a live replay of the drone stuff on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. The whole race event is there, as well as all of our other races. You can watch the whole race. There's some really good racing. I've watched some clips of the YouTube. I've watched a lot of clips. If you see the reel that we recently posted on Instagram, it's two kids on 65s battling through one of the sections. I actually pulled out 5 or 6 videos of them just going head to head through different sections of the track. And I caught the pass. I think I caught the pass. It looks like I caught the pass. I caught the pass. So I'm going to have that coming out in a reel. And there's a lot of other battles too. That was just like first in my chronological order in my stuff. So we got a lot of reels coming out. I made some other reels, more promo-y type stuff to let people know about the Race Ready series. And this just gives you an idea of what, again, is going on. These things don't make themselves. These probably take 4 hours to put together a really good reel and go through content and get the design. And you can do quick clips sometimes, maybe in 20 minutes, but when you start weaving things together and making sure it lines up with the music, and you pick the song and then you get it all right to the song, and they're like, that's not the song, and you got to redo it. You know what? It's you got to have some artistry in you. So that's what's happened there. I want to pull up the website for you guys. I did a lot of stuff on the website, right? So now you can go to merchandise. We have this really clean page. Has everything broken into different categories. This first one's gifts. Guess what? It must be working because we're already selling gift cards, and we haven't even advertised that we have them. And the only way they're coming, if you see my screen, it's in CRC because I'm not in the US. So it'll show you the prices on your screen. Sorry about that. Didn't see that. But we got like these keychains. We even have, where is it? Maybe it's under kids. Right here. This thing I think is really cool. We got this kids puzzle, right? And this is from just USA Championship race. So we got that design all made and laid out, just adding a little bit more stuff that we can integrate into your life, so you get to take home a little bit more Cycle Ranch and bring it to where you're at. Maybe it brings a smile to your face, something fun you could do with your family. But I also went through and redid all these menus. Let me start. I'm going to start not at the start. I'm going to start at the RV setup, because we have so many people that have issues with their RV stuff. So if you click on that, it shows you different camping options, and RV camping will take you right to the RV camping. But now we have this cool little widget where you actually select your dates, which we didn't have a way to book it before. So now we have that for RV camping. We have it for the training and the bike rentals. So like just streamlines our processes in the back end. Also, by to do all of this stuff, like on this merchandise, I had to put tags in and categorize everything. So I cleaned up like the whole back end of the website. So now not only can we present our products to you guys, what we have, riding and more, in a clean, cohesive way, but we also can run reports and kind of see where the business is out in any second, which is kind of like that year-end thing you got to figure out anyway. So I'm starting to get to look at the actual numbers versus the forecast. So it kind of was cool to get those all aligned and then match it with the books that we keep separately, right, that we use for our month reconciliation. So now we're going to match all three, and that gives us a good look at where the business is at. And when we can see that, we can always find ways to make it even healthier, and find ways to experiment and improve on it. So that's just huge to get that, do that. It's a big project, big undertaking. It's been haunting me. I've been thinking about how the website doesn't work well, or as well as I wanted it to. But now you can go anywhere on here. If you go racing and events and you go to the 24 race and event schedule, we have the flyer posted up with that. And then you can actually see the different events that we have. And this has the link to the ticketing and general admission right here, because it's an upcoming event for all the Cycle Ranch events, right? Oops, sorry about that. I think I went backwards with that scroll. But then we have also, like, here our race entry, right? So our race entry is all you could enter for the races right now. Check this out. So they're in chronological order when we're happening. If you want to get registered for the USA Championships, here it is right now. It's at a discounted price. We already have a $5,000 pro purse for it, right? It's all set here. You put your racer information in, your bike, your race class, and you are already registered for the race that's happening Thanksgiving weekend, right? So huge stuff. Same thing like Tex-Mex. That's going to be our next big race. That's going to be the one you want to come to. We also have a $5,000 pro purse for that. I secured those this last 2 weeks for both of those events. 5,000. We're also going to do the raising on Fund My Race. So maybe they get to 10, maybe they get to 20. We'll see where it gets to. Last one almost broke 10, just barely missed it. So I thought somebody was coming in at the end there, and they didn't. So I was like, whatever, we'll have to do it this time. So we'll work to get $10,000 pro purse or more at the Tex-Mex Showdown. I got a marketing partner for that now. I'm super pumped about it. We're already getting the scheduling for the staffing going, but we have the page here, and the page for ticketing here, and also the page on Facebook. So I had to create all these images, right? So been a lot of time putting these images in, right? And these are the sponsors I know are on board based on my conversations with them so far. And then there's actually probably twice as many as that said, yes, I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, right? So if I don't have an agreement on what's happening, they're not up there yet, but there's a swath more. So we're going to have a lot of support at a lot of different events. Some partners are going to be key, like Fund My Race. What we've been doing with them has just been awesome. It's been awesome. And what we can do with them, it can really help grow the sport in a really beautiful way. So super pumped about that relationship. Also working with Motorsport. They've been really great to work with. VP's been great. Rhino Power's been great. If you have been at the track, you should have gotten some samples of the gels. They just sent out a bunch more for our training kids, and protein stuff. They've been great to work with. Electron, also awesome to work with. Gave out a bunch of carburetors, and now we have a stock of them. So you can actually get one at the track if you're having problems with your carburetor and want to upgrade. We got you set up, all thanks to them. FXR and also the Wright brothers. They've been key partners consistently. So the Wright brothers light our night track. So if you're wondering who they are, they're the ones that got us that generator that works so great. What else? I've been obviously talking to lots of promoters like Mike Clement on a ton of stuff for EMX and Main Event and what's going on with that. Talked to the whole Three Palms team several times. Talked to Clayton Miller several times. Steve Allison. Zach Sayer, like all the people that are either track owners or doing something in Texas, motocross racing wise in Texas, even Gil Ramos, right? So who's off-road, right? But we're having consistent conversations with what we could possibly do together, how we can make things better, or, for the most part, I think most of us are aligned in what we want to see at the end of the day. I just think that how we get there hasn't been agreed upon. That's probably the easiest way to say it. And really, it's not. I think the issue that we're facing as industry players, like people actually that are driving the industry in a certain direction, is that really we are limited by the input that we get from our customers. So for us to drive the industry where we think it needs to go, like we need our customers to have a bigger voice in that, and they need to be part of the process rather than, like right now, I think Cycle Ranch has done a good job of growing the rider base, right? We're like in the middle of nowhere, and we're getting people at farmers markets to ride STACYCs, and they're coming out with their family during the week. It's such a different way of doing things. We've gone to the BMX events. We went to Nitro Circus. We go to other tracks. We do a lot of things to really interact with the community locally. We do a non-motocross events to get people onto the property, right? Always try to do some theme stuff. We did a haunted hayride, which was actually really cool, and barely anybody showed up for it. And it was a really cool thing that we had. It was a lot of fun. It was really good for the kids. So the people that got to, they really enjoyed it. And it's something that will grow if we continue to, plant seeds in that direction, but all in the name of growing the rider base, and giving you guys more of what we think you want, right? I think you want more riders on the track. I think you want more competition. I think you want more products available for your bike. I think you want more support. I think you want more people in the space, because if you have more people in the space, there's more contingency, there's more sponsorship, there's more things that can support you in your riding path and career, whether it's racing pro or it's just getting a discount on your riding gear, right? When there's abundance, then there can be a lot of strength in that. So if we all work together to grow Texas motocross as a whole, no matter the riding type and style, then I think we'd be a lot better. So if any of you people watching have an idea of how it can be driven from the community versus from the track owners, then I'm all ears. I'm down. I'd like to see what you guys can bring to the table. What else have I been doing? Lots of dealers calls, lots of contingency calls. We're going to get contingency on 2024 events. Nothing finalized yet, but I have reached out to Suzuki, Kawasaki, KTM, Husqvarna, Gas. They're all one person, so it was an easy one. Honda's on my list to do. It's got to be done by the end of the year, so I'm going to that's an application form on XTRM, so it's not like a personal thing. Did I mention Suzuki? I think I mentioned Suzuki. So I got all the major brands, except for Honda so far. So we'll see what happens. If we can get some contingency for you guys. Let's see, what else do I got for you guys? Well, the training events that I mentioned earlier, the intermediate training and the fall break stuff, like that was the fall break stuff came to clarity early December, like early first week of December. We got it kind of figured out. But the intermediate training came like last minute. We had 2 weeks to get this word out on this. Actually, 2 weeks to figure it out. So 1 week to figure it out, 1 week to market it, 2 weeks total. And it was a lot of back and forth. New group of people working together that never worked together before. These trainers, they usually work independently. So you had them, and then you had the parents involved in getting it organized, and a lot of people, a lot of personalities, a lot of really, really good people. Really cool to see that their intention behind it so pure of bringing together riders who normally compete together on the racetrack. They never get to practice together. They all have their own trainers. Let's put them on the track together and see if we can have them learn from each other and the trainers, because now there's people going faster than them versus just the trainer giving the explanation, which is kind of what I was talking about with the community training. Like, I think we all can learn something from each other. So they had a way to kind of integrate that, and I thought it was brilliant. Really excited to have that event going on. They're having a great time. Keep seeing pictures on Instagram of it. So that's happening right now. They had some questions about the weather, and actually they said something about, well, what do you think about this weather? And I was just like, just depends on how bad you want it. It really just depends on how bad you want it. And like, yeah, well, some people are worried about it being cold and rainy. And I'm like, I raced Loretta's qualifier in the snow. Literally had to race in the snow. And it was coming down so hard you could barely even see because of snow. There was about an inch of snow on the track when it was coming down when I was on the gate. And by the time I got off, I think it was like 3 or 4 inches. It was just like a blizzard of snow. But we had to get our 2 laps in for it to count as a Loretta qualifier. And we all figured out a way to get around that slippery track. I think nobody DNF'd, right? And a couple of us ended up making it through the regional to Loretta's that year. So you never know what you're going to be having to get prepared for. So intermediate training depends on how bad you want it. Beginner training, wait till it's nicer out. We'll have lots more training events coming up in 2024. I haven't got those on the schedule for 24 yet. It's just been one of those things that I haven't gotten to. That's it. What else do we got? A lot of team calls. A lot of people. Oh, haha. Let me get back to this other screen now that I almost did that. A lot of people behind the scenes working on a lot of different things. So I'm going to just put this back to there. So Elaine's doing a lot of the stuff in operationals and getting everything set up for the Joyride Jam. We got these really cool medallions coming in. We also have a option for trophies if you want to do just a trophy. So that's always a possibility. But really, we wanted to give everybody something a little unique that we haven't done before, and something that we've been giving out for just the STACYC stuff, but not to the racers. And they're like, "Ooh, I want one of those." And I'm like, "So let's do it for the Race Ready series." It also allows us to give you guys a much significantly cheaper race entry fee. I think right now they're on sale for $35. So $35 for a race entry. I don't remember when the last time you saw that was, but that's happening right now for Joyride Jam, but it's pre-entry only. So get on there, get going with it. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, equipment getting fixed, getting maintained, a lot of maintenance stuff. Like it's been nice to have USA Championships come in, have a little bit of extra revenue come in, be able to put it right back into the facility, and kind of give the green light on a few projects that just prepare us better for 24 and beyond. So I'm pumped with the schedule that we have out. Really pumped. I'm really grateful to be having the life that I am and being able to be part of Cycle Ranch, even when I get to come back home. Right. So don't think, though, because I am not there, I don't have eyes on it, that my attention has waned. I'm just, instead of riding my dirt bike during the day and maybe climbing up ladders or stuff that I get into there, I go out and I do a little surfing, hang out with my family a lot more than I was getting to there. But I've been really getting 8 hours a day, maybe more, getting all these little back end things buttoned up that I thought were going to be happening over the next 6 months. Been able to accomplish a lot of things in the last 2 weeks. It's been a lot off my conscience, and it's really good for Cycle Ranch. It's all really good for Cycle Ranch. So pumped to come into 2024. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. I don't think I'll do another live feed before then. But yeah, have a great holiday. God bless you and your family. And we'll see you at the track. Hopefully see you at one of the trainings. God bless.